Hey, it's Len. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can choose a team with email addresses in the system, populate a field, and send that email to them all at once. So how it works is you put your subject here, you pick whichever team you want to send this to, message goes here, and then hit send. Okay, and then the focus of this will be the code behind when I pick a team. How do I load the email addresses up into here, which gets used when I send the email. So I'm going to go in and edit this application. And thanks to Lee for putting this together for me so that I could demo this for you. If I open up the form, we've got our subject, our team, our to, and our body. The team goes to a simple form. It's just a list of names, so you can put your teams in there. And we also have a form for our staff where we put in their first name, last name, email address, and then the team is selected. Now this is a special field, it's a lookup. So the lookup references to the team, and then all of the interesting stuff happens on the send email form. Okay, we've got a few workflows happening for this. We've got one that disables the to field when it loads, another one that sends the email when you submit. You can look at the email one first. Under workflow, there's an email that on success of entering this form, we're sending mail, and we're sending it from the logged in user. Okay, that's a special variable that will always equal the logged in user. To, we're going to get the to field from our form because it's coming from our form. It starts with input, and then we're going to set the subject to the subject field, and then we're going to use the body for our message. Okay, that part's fairly straightforward. And then the other thing that's happening in our workflow is that we have a workflow which runs on change of the team field. Okay, so if you haven't gotten into the workflow editor before, the way you would approach that is you'd say new, and you'd say workflow, and you want to trigger your workflow while using the form, and workflow name could be fill the to field, or you could call it something like, you could call it send email team field or something like that, that gives you lets you know what it is. And we like to put CE behind if we're going to make this script run on either create or edit to the form. And then you pick your form and send email, create the workflow, and then you'll add a new action. And the new action will happen, you'll want to run script, and then it will happen on user input. And then the user input will be on the team field. Okay, so now we get to edit our script here. Lee put this together already, so I'm going to show you the already completed script, but just that's if you want to know, hey, how do I get in here to write a script in the first place that will run when I change that field, that's where to do it. So we have our workflow here under, we call it populate to field CE. Okay, so when the user inputs into the team field, this runs. Okay, and let me walk you through the code. So we have our staff record, and then we have selected a team. So the value of that selected team is going to be input.team. So we're going to get a list of our staff members who are on that team by asking for staff records where the team for that staff is equal to the team that we've selected. Okay, so that's going to give us, could be 0 records, could be 1 or more, should give us a list. And then we're going to keep a list of all of those email addresses here. And we set that to blank at first. Okay, it's just 2 quotes. And then this says for each individual staff member in our list of staff on team, we're going to get their email address, and we're going to add it to this string. So this is going to grow. So for each time we go through here, we're going to set email string to whatever was already in email string plus the email address of this next staff person. And then we're going to take that list of emails and add a comma to it because we have to have comma separation between all our team members. And it doesn't matter that there will be an extra comma at the end of this. We can put in code to work around that, but it's easier to demonstrate this way. and it works perfectly fine. So it's going to go through that for each staff member, and then it's going to set the to field on our form to those email addresses together. All right, so let me close out of here and just show one more time this in action. Okay, so I go to my emails, I go to my send email form, and I can pick the team. It finds all of the staff where the team for that staff equals sales, loops through them all, puts the email addresses there in order with a comma in between. So it goes here and send. Okay, hope that helps.